Hello, this is Cybie speaking. In this video, I'll be reviewing Alien Resurrection. I've been going through the Alien franchise this past week, and the first two films completely took me with their mature themes of gender, human frailty, and just straight up badass sci-fi horror magnificence. To this day, they stand as the standard for the style and grace that it takes for a horror film to truly be one of them ones. The third film, though, it's just one of those movies that just leaves you like... The biggest issue that I have with Alien 3 is its lack of self-sense. The first two films display total conviction in their intent, which gives their storytelling a magnetic authority that's not seen enough in its genre. You're damn right these movies are about gender power dynamics and motherhood. You're going to watch both of these 2-hour masterclasses and you're gonna love it. On the other hand, Alien 3 never fully stands on its own feet. It's stuck between honoring the legacy that came before it and trying to inject a new theme of teenage apprehensive irritability. It falls flat into 146 minutes you will never see again.
Ever. Even if there's a fire!
Going into the fourth film, my expectations were pretty low, but I still had some hope due to Sigourney Weaver, of course, the female lead for Mr. Deeds, and that one cuckold from Blood Simple. Now the big question, what makes a good bad horror movie? It's gotta have cool kills, it's gotta have some funny shit, and I just want to be able to find something in it that I can find personally compelling so the runtime doesn't seem like a complete slog.
Hey, what's up with this ship? It's mighty quiet here.
Quick plot synopsis. 200 years after Ripley sacrificed herself in Alien 3 to destroy the alien queen embryo that was inside of her, the big bad military attempts to clone her with the goal of extracting the queen embryo. After 8 attempts, they finally have a clone that's suitable for surgery.
It has connective difficulties caused by a biochemical imbalance causing emotional autism.
They snatched the queen out, and now they're using her to breed more xenomorphs. Of course the aliens escape, and Ripley 8 is forced to work with a group of space pirates for survival from the constantly multiplying number of threats. The first moment in this film that made me think that this may be absolute cinema is the basketball scene. First off, you know us autistic T-girlies love us some basketball. And seeing Sigourney Weaver shoot and dribble like Kyrie Irving was a whimsical sight to see. Ripley accidentally flirting with Ron Perlman's character, Johnner, hilarious name by the way, by showing off her ball control and flat out superiority over the dude with testosterone oozing out of him is what makes this scene hilarious and oddly adorable. I love that the clone has a distinct denseness that makes her non-humanness really stand out to this group of loud personalities. After Johnner fails his charisma check, Ripley successfully takes on the entirety of the Betty crew with just a basketball. As she ignores the question, "What are you?" she nails a no-look shot. What a boss bitch. Hold on, folks. Sit up in your seats. We got a fucking movie. After Winona Ryder's character, Call, attempts to kill Ripley 8, the military confronts the Betty crew, accusing them of terrorism, which creates a diabolically ridiculous confrontation scene. Each member of the crew has a self-centered edge to them that makes every line delivery gold.
With the chair.
Don't ever touch me. Ever.
Now we got our first dope kill of the movie. Christie pulls out the dude-perfect trick shot and perfectly nails the unnamed military soldier in the head and delivers a banging one-liner.
Alright, blow his head off!
Can't do that, man.
Stop it now!
Can't do that. They're attached
I'm
to
not
me.
fucking with you! You're all under arrest for a Code 8, which is concealed weapons, and a Code 12, which is murder! Release Dr. Wren! Put down your weapons! Let's leave the ground!
This sets the foundation for the ridiculousness the next hour will have. Oh, you thought this movie was about to slow down after all that absurdity? Nah, here's another unnamed soldier getting frozen to death by the alien. Sorry, Jason X. Alien Resurrection did it first, girl. Ripley 8 discovers the lab she was created in, finding grotesque abominations of alien-human hybrids. I adore the imagery of a beautiful female body with an alien head on top. It sets the tone that Ripley's character arc will be about accepting her identity wherever and whatever spectrum it belongs to. The scene ends with Ripley with tears pouring down her face as she destroys the creations she's related to, creating an end that's beautiful and tragic. This reminded me so much of my early transition, how I'd still hold on to my masculine clothes after buying more feminine clothing. Like, girl, it's okay. You can throw the boxers out, you'll be fine without the Levi's and the baseball hats. Was this the intended interpretation of the scene? Of course not, but finding something from 29 years ago that resonates with something that you've lived through is comforting in a strange way. Now, trauma dumping aside, we got another dope-ass banger of a scene coming up. Zombie 2 may be the king of underwater horror action, but Alien Resurrection gives a great attempt in a thrilling chase sequence where the crew must travel 90 feet underwater with xenomorphs chasing them. This is a new spin for the Alien franchise. We've seen isolation before, but underwater isolation is a completely new form of helplessness. The crew's nightmare is realized when their breath of fresh air is met with a room full of alien eggs.
It's a goddamn trap! It's a goddamn ambush!
Thankfully, Mr. Dude Perfect is locked and loaded with another insane ricochet shot, making the horror of a room full of alien eggs just another clip in his trick shot compilation. With the alien a hold of Christie and whatever, holding on for both of their lives, Johnner steps up with some macho heroics, killing the alien in the dumbest fucking way possible. Shooting the spider afterwards is the cherry on top for how funny this movie is able to be. Call is revealed to be an Auton, and the crew goes from describing her as fuckable to just a robot. Ripley pushes Call to plug into the ship to destroy it, and the aliens on board.
I don't want to go in there. My insides are liquid, it's not real.
Get over it. You can blow the ship before it reaches Earth and kill them all.
I love the way Call talks in this moment, how uncomfortable and disgusted she is about having to use her body in a non-human way. It's heartbreaking to hear, and the way Ripley attempts to comfort her is so tender.
Why do you go on living? How can you stand being what you are?
Not much choice.
At least there's part of you that's human. I'm just... Look at me. I'm disgusting.
The heart of this film is in how Ripley and Call each grapple with their own embodiment. This stark contrast is what takes this film from great camp to something compelling. Ripley was forced into a new existence that blurs human and alien in the most literal way. Acidic blood coursing through her veins, unnatural strength, and predatory instincts. She's no longer the Ripley from the earlier films. She's a hybrid, remade against her will, violated on a cellular level. It could look empowering on paper, but it's anything but. It's invasive horror. She didn't choose to exist again. She didn't choose this body at all. Yet throughout this film, she fights to reclaim it, torching the grotesque failed clones, rejecting the monstrous motherhood imposed on her, and ultimately turning her hybrid nature into a tool for survival. It's a reclamation born of necessity, brutal, defiant, and deeply tragic. Call, on the other hand, denies her body. She's an Auton who's passed perfectly as a human. Feminine, vulnerable, desirable, until the mask cracks, and she's outed as synthetic. When Ripley pushes her to plug in and hack the ship, it's not just a technical task, it's a violation. She recoils in disgust because she spent her existence rejecting that mechanical part of herself, pretending it doesn't define her. Plugging in forces her to confront the truth. Her body isn't hers in the same way that everyone else's is. It's dysphoric as hell, the horror of being made to use a form you've disavowed in the most intimate, invasive way possible. Call exposes the fragility baked into humanity, how conditional our identity really is, how quickly the fuckable label turns to contempt the moment authenticity is questioned. Seriousness aside, but isn't this scene like the exact feeling of what attraction towards cock is? Sorry, I just wanted to include that somehow. Ripley 8 finally becomes face to face with the Queen Xenomorph. This climax isn't a showdown, it's the Queen giving birth. Just this alien womb tearing open to push out the newborn. The effects are stunning and still hold up to this day. Beautiful in the sickest way. Motherhood, twisted into something invasive and wrong. The newborn's design is repulsive. The human eyes, the pink, veiny flesh skin looks so uncanny for a xenomorph. Ripley's face is filled with devastation and reluctant pity when she realizes that this grotesque creation views her as its mother. It's not just fear, it's grief for what could have been, the reality of what was forced on her. In true alien fashion, as Ripley and the crew believe they've escaped with their lives intact, they discover the newborn has found its way on the ship. Call is pinned inches away from the newborn's grasp against a gate. I love that the newborn gives her puppy dog eyes while it attempts to kill her. Hilarious and telling. This isn't your standard xenomorph girl. This is a whole different breed. In a climactic finish, Ripley manipulates the newborn with her cuntiness by having the newborn sucked into outer space from a hole created from her acidic blood. This kill is gruesome. The newborn's screams are distressing and terrifying as its fibers are slowly being pulled apart by gravity. Ripley looks heartbroken as another child that imprinted on her is taken away. It's giving Are you serious, bro? How fucking long is this shit, bro? He's not done. What the fuck? It's giving rejecting the body that was forced on you one last time. Ripley has to end things that embodies her violation, even as it begs for her love. This film's final hurrah to cement itself as a camp masterpiece, genre decides to give race a little something to celebrate their survival. The film ends with Ripley and crew reaching Earth. For the first time in the entire series, Ripley steps foot on solid ground without an alien chasing her tail. A wrecked planet, sure, but it's hers to explore. A new life, a chance to finally figure out her own mortality on her terms. This is the ending she deserved.
What happens now?
I don't know. I'm a stranger here myself.
Messy? Aren't we all? Flawed as fuck? Yes, ma'am. But it's got the cool kills, the laugh out loud funny shit, and most importantly, something that sticks with you personally. For me, it's that queer-coded reclamation, staring down violation, rejecting what was forced on you, and still finding a way to live anyway. Thanks for hanging with me through this deep dive on a movie I really enjoy. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.
I mean, that shit is not easy to come by. Why don't you take a walk outside?